Many animal lovers all across the world keep dogs in their homes. They make for pretty popular pets. Still, these people don't expect the animals to do much other than keep them company. Usually, all the dogs want in return is some love. However, some dogs do a lot more when it comes to the people who matter in their lives. They're not just pets, they're family members. One pooch in Siberia demonstrated this recently when he came across a precarious situation. He risked his own life to do something that shocked the entire community. One of the most wonderful traits of the common canine is their intense loyalty and devotion to the humans in their lives. Feed a dog and provide him with shelter, and he'll be your best friend forever. This isn't just a trait of adult dogs either. It's something bred into these animals from a young age. Even as puppies, dogs are quick to defend and protect the people whom they love the most. For instance, many dogs will instinctively run to the door while barking and howling. They're eager to raise the alarm whenever a stranger is on the front step. But some dogs take their responsibility to care for their human friends to an extreme level. One day, a 2-year-old boy was abandoned on a porch in the middle of Siberia. It was winter, and his chances of survival were nearly non-existent. Having barely managed the skills of walking or speaking, he was trapped, and his time was running out. The temperatures in this region of Russia were notoriously severe. As the poor toddler huddled on the porch alone, the temperature dipped to a chilling -6 degrees, and he was wearing only light clothes. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story. Spending even a couple of hours in these conditions would be enough to take the life of a grown man, let alone that of a little boy. But after 2 days in the cold on the porch, he found some relief. Neighbors passing by spotted him and raced to rescue him. The boy wasn't alone. His dog was at his side, and miraculously, the boy was still breathing. At first, his rescuers couldn't understand how he hadn't perished, but then they realized something amazing. His dog had stayed with him the entire time, huddling around his small body to provide him with warmth. The neighbors immediately wrapped up the little boy and moved him to a nearby home where they could care for him. They were baffled about why he was abandoned in the first place, and they waited to see if his mother would return. Meanwhile, the dog refused to leave the little boy's side. When he wouldn't stop barking from outside the house, they let him in, where he immediately made a beeline for the toddler's bed. The dog promptly curled up at his feet to protect him. When another day passed and the boy's mother didn't return, the people of the town contacted local authorities, who brought a doctor to the house. The boy was diagnosed with acute hypothermia, but he recovered quickly. Neither the neighbors nor the police nor the doctor could believe that this small child had survived an entire night outside in those freezing conditions. Things likely would have ended quite differently if not for this brave dog. Just after the neighborhood began to accept that the boy's mother was gone forever, something surprising happened. She returned to her house 4 full days after her tiny son was found in below-zero conditions on their porch. In addition to leaving her son to freeze to death on the porch, the woman left her toddler without food or water. It was inconceivable that any mother would do this. What was going through her mind? Still, it took months for any charges to be brought against the woman. The community members and local authorities decided to give her a second chance, but when she left her son again, they had to take action. This was no accident. The woman would face prison time for deliberately abandoning her child. Though the circumstances surrounding her actions were unknown, everyone agreed that intentionally leaving a baby in the freezing cold was beyond cruel. The mother faces a potential jail sentence and losing the right to raise her child, reported the local paper, the Siberian Times, which covered the entire story from the beginning. She is being investigated in a criminal case, accused of deliberately abandoning her child, continued their report. Most people were glad that intervention was finally being taken, But there was something else they couldn't stop talking about. No one could forget the hero of this story, the boy's dog. Since saving the little boy, the dog became something of a local celebrity. He trotted around the neighborhood, receiving treats at every door, but he never stayed away from his young charge for long. This was just one example of a dog putting their beloved owner's well-being ahead of their own. It was an amazing testimony to the powerful love that dogs feel for the people in their lives. While this young boy's situation was tragic and dire, he survived the coldest temperatures in Siberia, and it was all because of his loyal dog. He received another shot at life that all children deserve. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.